Thank you, Dr. Van Camford. Here it is. First of all, it's an honor to be named captain of my respective capstone team. Of course, with this honor comes the daunting responsibility of making sure all technologies are properly working. But with the help of my classmates and best of friends, we come together today and tomorrow to bring you an unforgettable capstone experience. And with all that said, I will now commence with my presentation. 3 years ago, I entered mass communications with no ideas or purpose for my education. I lived my life based on self-fulfillment, which means everything that I do in life must meet my self-level of gratification. Most people will say, all I need is a pat on the back, and I'll be just fine. However, today it's much more than that. A motivational speaker once confided a message in me. He said that if throughout your life you achieve no goals or purpose, then after you died, it would be as if you were never even born. That's a powerful message, ladies and gentlemen. And today, before you leave, I would like you to think, what is your goal? What is your purpose in life? Prior to this class, I knew nothing about independent film productions, but now I aspire to become an independent. The Mass Communications Department has acted as an incubator to my DJ Rue Productions label. Through my vigorous research and creative independent productions, I present to you becoming an independent film producer, the incubation of DJ Rue Productions. For my capstone, I compiled 6 deliverables. My first deliverable is a research paper. My second is a DVD for F5 Tornado Chasing Safaris. My third is an employer's package. My fourth is 5 independent film productions that I call DJ Rue Productions. My fifth is a documentary. And finally, my 6th deliverable is a resume DVD showing a compilement of all of my works. The 5 technologies that I use, of course, there were more, but the 5 major ones I used are Final Cut Pro, in which I use to edit and create my television productions. I use Adobe Photoshop to customize all the photographs that I use in my deliverables as well as in my PowerPoint. I used SoundForge 9, which I use to edit audio as well as capturing my interviews that I was able to get for my capstone. I also use Excel spreadsheet, which I use to create a database for all the employers that I was able to contact, as well as the people that I'm networking with. And then finally, I used AAA Logo, in which I used to customize my own logo for DJ Rue Productions. My first deliverable being an in-depth research paper entitled The Past, Present, and Future of Independent Film Productions. This deliverable would not be doable without my guide, which is a book I read called The Idiot's Guide to Independent Film Productions. Without that, I would not be able to be up here today and give you everything that I know. But my research paper consisted of 3 different subsections. First is the past, then the present, and then finally the future. The past talks about what exactly independent film was like when it was at its start, and then it also gives you information about what independent film went through to become where it is today. The present talks about distribution processes and technology issues that went on with independent film production. But moreover, I got to speak with a few independents of my own, and I spoke with Tyler Heisel, a graduate student of Ashbury College, who actually became an independent while he was in college. So of course I looked to follow his footsteps. I talked with him mostly about film festivals, because film festivals are the #1 place where usually independent film productions are shown. So I asked him exactly which film festival would be idle to visit, and if so, why? And he had this to say.
yeah, if you're looking for, high quality short films, Palm Springs is, the one to go see. You want to see the movie stars, the so-called independent films, Sundance or Toronto. But yeah, if I had to one to go to, I think it'd be Sundance, just because of it's got this lore and it's got all the stars and the cameras and all of that. So yeah, if I had to pick my dream festival event to have access to, I think it would definitely be Sundance.
The Sundance Festival got its name from Robert Redford's lead role in the Sundance Kid. So I thought that was very interesting to find out during my research. And then comes the future, the one we've been waiting for. What's going to happen in the future for independent film productions? Well, I spoke with Stephen Heap, co-founder of Rich Heap Films, and he gave me a little insight of what the future could possibly hold. The future can only be of a mere prediction, of course, so I was looking for a person that can give me an intelligent prediction. Well, Mr. Heap definitely is very intelligent, and he was able to tell me what is in store for the future of independent film productions. So he had this to say about the future.
So, future-wise, let's wait and see. I wish I could predict it, but who knows what medium we're going to next. DVD will be history, just like videotape and the 8-track tape player. So let's look forward to, I guess it's going to be wireless. That's the only thing I can think.
My second deliverable is an F5 Tornado Safaris Highlights DVD, like Dr. Van Kamfort introduced me. He said that I went and I joined F5 Tornado Chasing Safaris. Well, I joined them in the summer of 2008 as an internship, and well, it was actually a dream that I've always wanted to be fulfilled. And of course, without this department, that would have never happened, so I'm very grateful for that. So what I did was I joined this Tornado Safari group and said, you know what, I want to see what it's like being a storm chaser. So here are a couple candid pictures. The first two I took of my own. They were simple storm developments in which turned out to be really ugly. And actually, some of you may dread storms, but I love storms, and I actually used to be afraid of them. So it just worked out like that. One thing I did for this group was I created a 5-minute highlight reel. This reel consists of 5 minutes of action-packed footage of storms that were developing and occurred during our time out on the road. And of course, there was about 3,000 different miles a day that we had to drive. A second objective for my deliverable is creating a 2-minute highlight reel for the tour group's website. I wanted to give them a little bit more than what I was giving them in the beginning. So their 5-minute highlight reel will go to all their clients. And all their clients, of course, know all the terminology and all the jargon that has to do with the tornado chasing. So this really is for the clients of F5 Tornado Chasing Safaris. So right now I'd like to show you a 30-second clip of what F5 Tornado Chasing Safaris has in store.
Clouds actually rising up, which is a good indication of the updraft.
My next deliverable is an employer's package. My employer's package is basically for possible future employers in which I will look to venturing out for a job. My first objective for this was to create an updated print resume, which I would send out to them, as well as a cover letter, which the cover letter's objective is to get them to look at my resume. Because sometimes employers, they have 100 resumes. Well, my cover letter is gonna really get them to look at mine. And then as well as a personalized thank you card, which I will send out after they have viewed my video resume, which you'll see in my 6th deliverable. But none of these packages could be sent out unless I had people in mind to send them out to. So I created an employers and contacts list in which of a few people that I contacted and spoke with about possible employment. Now the